than normal. And I'm sorry for any men watching this. I'm sorry if I get into too much detail. I know when it comes to female plumbing, some of you freak out. And my apologies for that. But that's my story. Ah. So today's video is going to be a little different. I've slowed down a bit on making videos because I have been distracted. I'll start at the beginning, I guess. When I was in Mexico, I lined up a dentist and a gynecologist, and there was no need for me to see a regular doctor. In Mexico, if you want to see a gynecologist, you just make the appointment with the gynecologist. You don't wait for your family doctor to do it, which is really nice because it saves a lot of time. In Canada, that would add weeks to getting an appointment. Um, the gynecologist did some tests on me, and it was discovered that the lining of my uterus, the endometrium, was a little bit thicker than it should be. And so started me on some progesterone therapy. And that was about a year and a half ago. Yeah, a year and a half ago, a year and 8 months ago, I guess from today. My family doctor, a couple of months ago, decided that it was time for me to have a checkup and see how things were going, and sent me to a gynecologist, which took, I guess, about 3 weeks for the appointment to come through. And the gynecologist said, your uterus is 3 times thicker than it's supposed to be. And that is definitely an anomaly and something that we should look after. And before we do anything, we have to do a biopsy. And so we scheduled an appointment, and I had a biopsy done. Then it took 4 weeks to get the results of the biopsy. This is Canada. Things don't turn around that quickly, even though we have free healthcare, which, by the way, is not free. We pay for it. Our paychecks get taxed on it all the time. And so while that 4 weeks was going on, slowly passing by, what do you think happened? Well, you start thinking about things, and then you start imagining things. See, what I had told the gynecologist that I had planned to be able to go traveling again. I wanted to meet my partner over in Japan when he gets there. And she said to me, very serious look on her face, "Oh, no, no. If this is cancer, you're not going anywhere." Whoa, cancer? Yeah. So my imagination started going towards me actually having cancer, um, for more than just the reason that she said that I may have it. Also because my mother passed away with cancer, riddled throughout her body. So we don't know which cancer it was that killed her at all. It just metastasized throughout. And one of her sisters, her oldest sister, and her youngest brother also passed away with cancer after she did. My mom was 64 when she passed, and I am currently 65. And we know that science seems to know, anyways, that there is a gene that can make one more susceptible to cancer. So I did not have that working in my favor. On top of that, my father passed away with cancer. He had 3 bouts of cancer, survived the first 2, and succumbed to the 3rd bout of cancer. And in his family, his 2 sisters, who were both older than him, passed away with cancer. So you can see I'm getting a double whammy. I'm getting it from both sides of the family, this genetic predisposition. And your mind starts playing tricks on you. Like, am I going to have to go through chemotherapy? Is all my hair going to grow out or fall out? And if it falls out, will it grow back the same gray that it is now? Will it have color? Will it be curly? Will it be this pin straight hair that I have now? You know what's going to happen? And am I going to need radiation? My dad found radiation was a big relief to him. My mother, on the other hand, it's hard to tell with her because she was in so much pain. I don't know if the radiation relieved the pain or not. It was supposed to, but I don't remember if it did. So I'm thinking about that. And do they even do radiation with endometrial cancer? I don't know. And then I started thinking about my partner and, you know, how this would affect him and how this would affect our relationship. And so there was some fear there and some sadness there. And I was thinking about my children. Both of them are grown. Though my only daughter, has disabilities. My older child, my son, he's 27. It would be hard. It would be hard for them if I had cancer, regardless of whether I survived or not. It would be scary because they remember their grandfather in the hospital. They don't remember their grandmother so much being in the hospital, but they remember their grandfather and the family meetings that we had. So I'm starting to think about that. And do I call a family meeting? Or, you know, and I'm still waiting for the results. I haven't had the results yet. This is just my mind overthinking, as my partner would say. Thinking too much, going in places that it had no business being. So finally, the 4 weeks was up, and that was just a little while ago. And no, I don't have endometrial cancer, but I do need some minor surgery to clean everything out. And during the biopsy, the instrument scraped against my cervix. I'm sorry I'm getting into so much detail here, but if I just tell you I had a cancer scare, that's not going to mean a lot, is it? The tissue that had gathered in my cervix was an anomaly, is what the gynecologist told me. So they wanted to check that out, and they're going to check it out while they're there and possibly do an additional procedure on my cervix as well. So I don't have cancer, but I thought I might because that's the way my mind worked. And I'm relieved I don't have cancer, but I understand now what a lot of people go through before they have the diagnosis of cancer, and they've got to wait and wait. And it's no fun. But I'm here. And I'm going to start making more videos for you, some about Mexico, some not. I have some ideas. And I hope you join me. I hope if this gave you any encouragement, any insights, that you'll hit the like button for me. Maybe leave a comment. We can encourage each other here. That's what this community is for. I'll talk to you soon.